I want to talk about Ron Rivera for a second.
Hmm.
He's been on our show. Washington started 1-4. Now they have a winning record, 7-6 through multiple quarterback changes. And we have a video of Ron Rivera telling Jeremy Reaves that he made the Pro Bowl. And when I think that, sometimes you'll hear the argument that sports provides no value in society. And to me, this is exhibit A of just
Hmm.
what sports can do for not only a young man, but for a community too. But I want to get your thoughts.
Yeah, obviously it's Pro Bowl time. I do want to say about Ron Rivera, I didn't like the way he handled the Jack Del Rio situation before the season, but I again, two things can be true at once. I think the way he's handled this team with what's gone on off the field with this whole Dan Snyder situation, and then you have Carson Wentz going down. You talk about a team that has really gone through adversity. That's why watching them lose to the Giants almost hurt a little bit. To me, and I'm not a fan of either team, but Washington has gone through more adversity than just about anybody. So we want to play this video. I got some background on Jeremy Reaves, who played at South Alabama when I coached there, but let's go ahead and play this video. This is why sports is fantastic, and if you don't think sports matters, well, you don't think very good. Let's go ahead and play the clip.
Jeremy, no, yeah, don't mind him. We're just finished. I got to finish that up a second. But listen, congratulations. You're the Pro Bowl special teams guy. You're the starter.
Yeah, if you're on audio right now, Jeremy's getting pretty emotional, and he should.
You earned it, young man. Everything you've done.
Mm-hmm.
And I know your mom would be proud.
That's incredible.
Yeah, look, if you, the story with Jeremy, obviously he's been on kind of a couple different practice squads, and it's been a fight for him. And there's a lot of great stories of guys being able to triumph. I remember when Brian Turner, when I was at South Alabama coaching the special teams, signed this kid out of Pensacola. Was a little bit undersized. I believe he played at PC Catholic. Came in and as a freshman was one of the best leaders we had. Was able to put on weight very quickly and went out there in the field and did it by example. Jeremy never changed. He, had a lot of accolades in college. Knew he would have a shot in the league. Didn't know how, kind of where he would fit in. He was kind of a tweener a little bit position-wise. Had recently just lost his mother. And if you knew Jeremy, I know a lot of you don't, nobody deserves this more than him. It just, again, one of those things where we talk about what sports can provide and the avenues that it can provide and the lessons that it can teach, not just for guys like Jeremy Reaves, but who knows how many kids watch that video of Jeremy and think, hey, man, I can do it too. If I really want to, I really grind, and I'm able to not quit when it gets hard. That's a problem we have with a lot of people in general nowadays, not just kids. We have a lot of adults that act like kids, is that the first time it gets tough, you want to get out. The first time it gets hard, that you want to make an excuse. Oh, well, I have a built-in excuse now. I came from a bad background, or my father died or my mother died or whatever. And yeah, that sucks. That sucks. But using it as an excuse and using it as a crutch is one of the things that is too prevalent today in society. It's so great to see a young man like Jeremy use that to better himself. He deserves it. And watching the way that Tress Way, the full video, if you watch it, walked in there, the punter, he wanted to stay in there when Ron Rivera told him. That to me speaks more about Jeremy Reaves than anything else.
Well, I think, when it comes to sports, like, you don't have friends, you have family, and a lot of things have happened in my life where I've leaned on sports and it's taken me to places where I never thought I could. And your greatest moments in your life aren't your greatest moments. Your greatest moments are when you get knocked down and you get back up.
Mm-hmm.
And you can talk to Jeremy Reaves, and I'm sure he's got his ass knocked down a lot throughout his career, but he did what? He got back up, and now it's starting to pay off in the end. Good for Jeremy Reaves, man. I almost got emotional watching that. You can see how much Ron Rivera really cares about these guys and how much that shows on the field and how together they are, even if they lost to the Giants. It's a family, it's not a friend thing. And Jeremy will remember this. He'll remember that conversation for the rest of his life.
Hey, if you like that content, go ahead and subscribe. Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, String in a Cup. As long as you're listening, we appreciate you. Go subscribe now. It's Crane & Company.